Hi, and today I want to talk about this. This is the metronome, okay? Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, no, I hate these things. They drive me mad. I never want to use one again in my life. Okay, if you've ever thought that, then let's just chill out, because I thought that as well back in the day. I tried using one and it really frustrated me. Now today, what I'm going to do is show you how to use a metronome and finger pick with one and build your confidence, okay? It doesn't have to be hard, but the benefits of using a metronome are really, really awesome. I talk about this with students of mine all the time. So I'm going to share with you some really simple tips, and you're going to love this, especially if you're a finger picker, and you're going to have so much fun. Okay, right. First of all, the first thing I want to say is stop trying to use a metronome in a complicated way. Now, ignore a lot of advice that you've seen with using a metronome, because what a lot of people want you to do is put on a metronome at like 120 beats per minute and play 2 notes every click. So you're kind of like playing a da 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 da, something like that, and that's just fast. You don't want to be picking that much. It's really hard to do that and play scales and stuff like that when at that sort of tempo, basically. So let's slow it right down. We'll put the click on at 60 beats per minute, 60, or 60, as they say in German. I have no idea why I wanted to do that, but did learn German at school, okay? Anyway, so 60 beats per minute, okay? Right, and then what we're going to do is just press play, and we're just going to put 1 note every bar, okay? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then pluck just the thumb on the open low E string every bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to build your confidence. And then we're going to pluck the high E string once every bar as well. Okay, so after 4, so 4 and low E, 2, 3, 4, then high E, 1, 2, 3, 4, and low E, and high E, and try and feel the pulse of the music. Then we're going to pluck the B strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, low E, high E, B, and then the G string. So low E, 2, 3, 4, high E, 2, 3, 4, B, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4, and then stop. Okay? After a while, you do need a break, because that incessant clicking of tick, tick can just sort of drive you a little bit mad. Okay? So you do need to just have a little breather every now and then, stop the click. Okay, but what we did there, we just played 1 note every bar. Okay? It's very, very slow, but that's the whole idea. And the reason is you want to get that internal click going on. If you're playing and concentrating on your playing, it's really hard to process the information coming from the click of when the beat is and stuff like that, and concentrate on your playing. There's a lot going on, and you're kind of going back and forth, and your mind has to switch between the two. And until you're confident with what you're playing, and until you're confident using the click, your brain is just really struggling. It's jumping around, kind of like somebody jumping from building to building, back and forth, and eventually they're going to fall off and just like land in the hopefully on a nice big soft cushion or whatever it is that the fire brigade put out there, a ginormous inflatable thing. Okay, but the idea is that you don't want to have your brain scrambled. So going slow like that is really powerful, and you can just really feel the pulse and get that internal pulse going. Because when you play, you want to count out the beats and nod your head, tap your foot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it with me. 2, 3, and 4, and so on, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm doing basically was plucking low E, high E, B, G. I call this the inwards pattern. It's something I talk about, quite a bit, and I talk about finger picking quite a bit. It's a nice little pattern where low E, with a thumb, high E with a ring, B with a middle, G with the index. But you can use a pick if you prefer, it doesn't really matter, but you get good at that, and then we can increase the tempo of the click, okay? And there's other things you can do later on as well, but let's try that at 80 beats per minute, okay? So we're stepping it up now, You can go slower than this if you want. You could go to 62, 63, whatever, 64, 65. But we're going to do 80 because I don't want to like make this video last forever. But I want you to go at your own pace with the click. We'll try 80. Exact same pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then you can go even faster than that if you want. You can let's step it up to something a bit random. 115. Why not? Let's try that. Exact same pattern. You'll feel quite quick with the pulse of the beat, you know, but the pattern, what you're playing isn't too. It's still quite slow for the picking hand, which is great. And just make sure you keep your picking hand fingers close to the strings. So don't pluck and move away out there. I know I was doing that a little bit, but the reason why was just to show you the beats. Really, if you want to tap your leg, you know, your hand on a leg, use your fretting hand, okay? And just keep your picking hand close. It's a good technique, good habit to build. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it on a chord. If you want, you know, I was just getting a bit random there, but focus on just doing it with the open strings if you want, but you can do it on chords if you want to add a bit more flavour. Now we're going to do, I've got it set to 170 here, so it's fast, but let's just try this for fun. Like I said, feel free to slow down, come back and just try this with me, okay? Watch this video a few times as well, you get more benefit from that. And of course, leave a comment if you like it, you know, they're really useful. I love to read the comments and they're really fun and really enjoyable for me to read. Okay, right, here we go. This click is fast now, okay? So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and try that and have a break, okay? You only want to do it for like 30 seconds or so, because like I say, you can kind of be like, on your brain after a little bit, you know, that constant clicking, it really just can be a bit much, and it can feel like, you know, tensing up a bit. So stop the click, take some nice deep breaths, okay? And that's a really simple way to just get confident using a click, using a variety of tempos, nice steady slow pattern that isn't going to challenge you technically too much. And there you go, okay, there's so many ways to use a click. That's just probably the bare bones minimum way, the simplest way to do it. That I know, you know, where you just pluck one note every 4 beats or one note every bar. So you pluck on beat 1, pluck, 2 you don't, 3 you don't, 4 you don't, and then you pluck on beat 1 again. You know, you could just do it all on the same string over and over if you want. So you could just stick with a low E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you wanted. But I do like a little bit of, you know, finger picking going on, because that's what I do, that's what I teach, okay, and that's what so many of you love, okay, so do it with a little bit of finger picking if you can. Feel free to simplify it if you need to. Keep the tempo very steady, and also you don't necessarily need to begin right away with a click. You could do it just by counting. So you could turn the click off if you struggle and just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatnot. You know, you could do that sort of thing. And you can use this exercise to help with everything that you know. If you play bar chords, you could play a bar chord shape and do the same thing. So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you don't have to use open strings. You can practice your bar chords in a really nice methodical way like this. So as you can see, lots of different elements can be worked, but let's just keep it focused on the very simple one of using a click and finger picking, okay? And then later on, you know, you can think about tempos and speeding up the tempo. You can think about applying it to bar chords or normal chords or whatever. But for starters, just get comfortable using the click, okay? It's very important. It will help your internal sense of rhythm, like your internal metronome. You know, think like a drummer. That's what I always say. Guitarists don't always be, you know, have the greatest rhythm at first. a lot of people who have never played guitar have never really developed rhythm skills unless they've done a lot of dancing or played another instrument before. Now, one of my best students over the years was called Adam. He was a brilliant drummer, really, really good. He took to the guitar really well. It took a couple of months to get him sort of comfortable with the techniques because, you know, being a drummer, being a guitarist, they're technically very different instruments. Instead of just whacking stuff like a crazy animal, you know, not that's all drummers do, of course, okay? Some of them are very, very articulate and gentle. But on a guitar, you do need to be, you know, quite articulate and gentle, particularly with the fretting hand at first. So once we got that sorted with his playing, the technical side, got him up to scratch, he was like off to the races, mainly because his rhythm was just so good from being a drummer, okay? He never had any issues with rhythm on the guitar because, you know, he spent 20 years playing drums and, you know, becoming a really good rhythmic musician that way. But it's never too late for a guitarist to develop these skills because you can develop them immediately starting today, okay? So the one way to do it is just getting comfortable with the click, because the more you do it, the better your sense of rhythm will be. And in a few weeks and a few months, you know, you could be potentially have so much better rhythm than you do right now. And that's even if your rhythm's already pretty good, okay? Because everybody should do this every single day, me included, okay? The more you use a click, even just for like 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes a day, maybe even just 1 minute, it'll go a huge, long way, okay? Right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave a comment below and don't forget, go to fingerstar101.com/book and you can get my book there, okay? And that's gonna go through a lot more stuff that we covered today. And, you know, it's really fun as well. Okay, right, thanks for watching. Cheers, bye-bye.